welcome to Outrageous Stories with the Angry Ninja, and ever so often, a special guest. Alright, it's Outrageous Stories with the Angry Ninja and a special guest. And given the story she's going to tell, I don't know if she wants to say her name. Do you want to say your name?
Nope.
Oh, you almost squeaked. No squeaking. Did I give you away? Alright, so you're going to tell us a fun story about, a church?
Right? You don't know those go hand in hand, do you?
Well, apparently, some people got a little biblical up in that church. So let's hear the story about grandmas in church.
Okay. So I was probably about 9. This was not me, by the way. Just getting that very clear out of the way up front. This was not me because I was like 9.
Okay.
So when I was 9, I'm from a very Southern Baptist church. And 2 young people decided they wanted to go to the balcony and praise Jesus. And they were getting, hot and heavy and all that. And then imagine 3 Southern Baptist grandmas catching you and pulling you down off that balcony for everybody to see. And then calling you a harlot, pointing towards the girl. And then a 9-year-old curious me goes, "What's a harlot?" And then explaining it's this bad term. And I'm like, "Well, I don't want to be a harlot." So she points to the girl and goes, "Well, then don't be that."
Now, were you aware on any level what birds and the bees they were making up in the balcony, or you're just like, okay, she's just a harlot, don't be her?
Well, I thought they were just like making out. And I'm like, okay, you're not allowed to do that in church. Don't hold hands, don't kiss, nothing like that in church.
So you didn't take away don't be a harlot, or harlots are only harlots at church.
Do what?
So you only think it's being a harlot if you're being bad at church. Is that what you took away as 9-year-old self? Like, you can make out, just don't do it at church.
Yes.
I don't think that's what a harlot is. I think it's more than involving church there.
Well, I know it is now. But at the time I thought they were just making out. I didn't know they were actually kind of getting it in, hole in one kind of thing.
Hole in one. Wow, it's a holy moment.
Holy moly.
Holy moly. Oh, at least it wasn't a hole in 2, because that'd be woo.
Yeah, it was bad. And they had to stand in front of the whole church.
Oh, they brought them up in front of the service and be like, they were brown wow. They were
harlots
praising Jesus upstairs.
Do you know when I think of this story? You know what comes to mind now? There's this episode of King of the Hill where they wanted to change Arlen to Harlot Town. And there was this whole song or whatever about "Come on down to Harlot Town."
Sounds like a good place to visit.
Yeah, so, yeah. There you go. There's my fun church story.
Now, how did you follow up with that years later?
Are we really going there?
Oh, we're going there because you distinctly took away from that story a harlot is somebody who holds hands at church.
Okay, I was older for the story you're talking about. It was years later. And I wasn't in the church. Thank you very much.
And what important lessons did you take away from this?
So you don't do anything bad in the church, but the parking lot's free game.
Anything else you learned?
If you're going to do anything in the parking lot, make sure there ain't no cops around, and make sure they don't know your family.
Oh, know your family. Yeah, no. So it's okay if it's not inside the church.
Yeah.
And no cops there.
They know your family.
That knows your family. And so what happens when they're cop is there?
Then you get caught and you get told, do I need to go tell your daddy, or are y'all going to move it on? And then being a smart ass, you say, oh, I was trying to move it on.
Move it on in. Inside.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's the first time I ever on the back of a cop car trying to take me home.
Oh no, the cop took you home.
Yeah.
Did the cop tell the people why you were being brought home?
No, thank God.
How did you get that lucky?
I cried. I'm like, I'll never do it again. I promise. I swear. I'm going to be a good girl from now on.
Oh, you're such a fibber.
Look, I never went back to the parking lot after that. Not for that reason, anyway.
Not that
I,
parking lot, right?
I went back to church and I was very devoted, and I went every Sunday on Wednesday, and I was very devoted and very good for years and years until I decided not to be.
Well, and that is important lessons learned from outrageous stories. One, don't make sure there's no police. Make sure you have better tinted windows because apparently your tint was lacking. Um, Not a church parking lot ever. Don't be a harlot because holding hands in church makes you a harlot, which is just awesome. I'm remember that one forever. All right, guys, well, that's a special outrageous story right there with a lot of important information to help you in the future. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And you still don't want to say your name?
Nope.
Well, she says have a wonderful day too.
Bye.
That's right. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. And I hope you enjoy all the shows on the Ninja Podcast Network. Please check out our other shows. Ask the Angry Ninja Show, Angry Ninja Presents Not a Kid's Game, our D&D podcast, Chris Allen's Audio Stories, where I read some short stories to you that I wrote. Ninja and Moonshine, Middle of the Road podcast, guy from the left, guy from the right, coming together and trying to meet in the middle. Doesn't always work out like that. The Ninja News and Politics Show, Outrageous Stories with the Angry Ninja and the occasional special guest. And Sports Talk with Ninja and JMO. Those are the shows. If you want to reach out and contact me or anybody on any of the shows, you can reach me and I'll pass on the message at cman2342 on Twitter, or an email, asktheangryninja@gmail.com, or just get on Facebook and search for the Ask the Angry Ninja Show, and we'll reach out and talk to you. We love questions. We'll answer your questions, any topics you want to cover, or hey, if you want to mail me a prize. I like prizes. Hope you guys enjoyed the show and have a wonderful night.